Two men climbed a hill with homemade lead masks, a cryptic note in their pocket, and never came back alive. And to this day, no one knows why. In August of 1966, on a quiet hill overlooking the Brazilian town of Niterói, a boy flying a kite stumbled onto something that made him freeze. Two bodies lying side by side, dressed neatly in suits, raincoats folded over their chests, faces covered by strange metallic masks that looked like they were cut by hand. No signs of violence, no struggle, just silence. The police arrived expecting a crime scene, but what they found only deepened the mystery. The men were identified as Manuel Pereira da Cruz and Miguel José Viana, electronics technicians from a nearby city. Ordinary men, families, jobs, no criminal records. And yet, everything about their final day was wrong. In Miguel's pocket was a notebook page with a message written in shaky handwriting. 16:30 be at the agreed place. 18:30 swallow capsules. After effect, protect metals, wait for signal mask. No explanation. No names. No location. Just instructions that seemed to describe a ritual. Investigators searched the hill and found no capsules, no containers, no equipment. The bodies were already decomposing due to heavy rain, making toxicology impossible. Whatever they swallowed, or didn't, left no trace. The lead masks were crude, cut to cover only the eyes, with no straps. They didn't protect from gas. They didn't protect from light. They didn't make sense. But the note suggested they were essential. Police traced the men's last movements. 2 days earlier, they left home telling their families they were going to buy materials for work. They took money. They acted normal. In a nearby city, they bought raincoats. A waitress later recalled that one of them seemed nervous, checking his watch repeatedly. At 4:30 p.m., witnesses saw them walking toward the hill, carrying a small bag. That was the last confirmed sighting of them alive. Why climb a remote hill in formal clothes? Why bring raincoats on a clear day? Why write a note that reads like a countdown to something dangerous and planned? As police dug deeper, a darker layer emerged. Both men were involved in a spiritualist group that believed in communication with extraterrestrials. Friends said they were obsessed with electrical devices, energy fields, and the idea that certain frequencies could open doors to other dimensions. They believed lead could protect the mind and body during contact. Protect from what, exactly, was never clear. Some investigators believed the men were attempting a controlled out-of-body experience, or a contact ritual that required isolation, precise timing, and chemical induction. The capsules were never found, but rumors spread of hallucinogens, experimental drugs, or something more dangerous. Others thought it was a suicide pact gone wrong. But nothing about the scene suggested despair. No letters, no goodbyes, no emotional preparation. And why choose such an elaborate setup for something so final? Then came the contradictions. Autopsies found no injuries, but also no clear cause of death. The official report listed it as undetermined. No toxins could be identified due to decomposition, no weapons were present. Their money was untouched. Robbery was ruled out. Murder seemed unlikely, yet the instructions on the note implied outside coordination. Wait for signal. A signal from whom? From where? Some believed the men were victims of a scam, convinced to participate in a dangerous experiment by someone promising enlightenment or contact with higher beings. Others suggested they may have been testing a device that malfunctioned, exposing them to radiation or electromagnetic waves. The lead masks, in this theory, were meant to shield their eyes from a blinding flash or burst of energy. There was also a quieter, more unsettling possibility that the experiment worked, at least partially, and whatever happened left no physical evidence behind. Locals began whispering about lights seen over the hill that night. UFO reports surfaced, vague and inconsistent, but persistent. Police dismissed them, but the timing was uncomfortable. The note's countdown ended around the same hour witnesses reported strange glows in the sky. Still, nothing could be proven. Years passed. The case went cold. The hill remained silent and ordinary, with no marker to explain why two men chose it as the place to die or transform. Every theory collapsed under scrutiny. If it was suicide, why the secrecy and symbolism? If it was murder, where was the killer? If it was an experiment, why leave no tools behind? And if it was contact, why only two men? And why did it fail? The lead masks were eventually returned to the families, but no answers followed. Today, the lead masks case remains one of Brazil's most haunting unsolved mysteries, not because of what we know, but because of how deliberate everything seemed. This wasn't chaos. This was a plan, timed, measured, written down. Two men believed something was going to happen at 6:30 p.m. on that hill, and they were willing to risk everything to be there when it did. So here's the question that still refuses to go away. If Manuel and Miguel were waiting for a signal, who or what were they expecting to answer?